never cease to be a living blueprint of the future.
It began as one man's dream about tomorrow.
Well, my greatest reward, I think, is to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years.
In a plan to build the dream. Lord, how it grew.
Epcot, an experimental prototype community that will always be in a state of becoming.
In a team to make it green, to build a world of stone, a world as one man's dream.
It's our hope to develop new solutions.
Together as a team, we're making one man's dream.
And I think it's going to be a great moment.
Come true.
Whistle while you work. Put on that grin and start right into whistle loud and long.
Hi-ho, it's off to work we go.
Just hum a merry tune. Just do your best and take a rest and sing yourself a song.
With a hi-ho,
When there's too much to do, don't let it bother you.
forget your troubles, try to be just like a cheerful chickadee. And whistle while you work. Come on, get smart, tune up and start to whistle while you work.
Hi. I know a lot of you out there are saying, who is that guy? And what is whoever he is doing wherever he is? Well, I'm Michael Landon, and I'm at Orlando, Florida, where Walt Disney World is located. This doesn't look like the Disney World you know? You're right. I'm standing at an incredible new project called Epcot Center. Now you're saying, what's that? Well, Epcot stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. Quite a mouthful, huh? Believe me, it is quite a mouthful. $800 million worth of mouthful. Epcot Center is the realization of Walt Disney's dream to recreate the past, understand the present, and probe the future. And on October 1st, 1982, after more than 2 decades of planning and 2 years of construction, the gates will open on that dream. Here's the spaceship Earth, where we'll board a time machine and journey through thousands of years of history into tomorrow. And right over there, Communicore, the center of it all, where we'll see and touch the future. And this will be New Horizons, 21st century living on the land, under the sea, and in outer space. This is the journey into imagination, where you'll star in a special effects video demonstration and explore the frontiers of your own mind. And here, the world of motion. Sit back, relax, and have fun riding through a moving experience. The land, a floating excursion through the incredible bounty of tomorrow's harvest. The universe of energy, 80,000 solar cells on this roof will enable us to ride on sunshine. And this will be the World Showcase, a community of nations brought together by the American adventure. Over there, Mexico. There, Canada. Germany. The United Kingdom. Italy. Japan. France. China. And that's only the beginning. There are over 27,000 acres to play with. When Walt Disney dreamed, he dreamed. Our show tonight is a journey traveled by one man, a journey that finally led him to his ultimate dream, Epcot Center. His dream was to bring us a new kind of experience, combining imagination and knowledge, technology and entertainment. As you can see from this small-scale model, it's a very large-scale dream. You can fit a football field inside each of these buildings. As a matter of fact, it's the largest privately financed project in the world. That's something, isn't it? It's a far cry from Walt Disney's humble beginnings. On October 1st, 1971, the gates opened on Walt Disney World. Walt had the luxury of size, a space about twice as big as the island of Manhattan. A number of urban planners, philosophers, and even some politicians have suggested that we should turn the United States over to Disney and put turnstiles at the borders. Not a bad idea. The Disney organization has come up with some of the most satisfactory solutions to the problems of urban design, traffic control, and pollution. Disney created a tranquilizing balance of air, land, and water. The latter in the form of man-made lakes, which add to the recreational activities as well as to the aesthetics. 7,500 of the 27,000 acres at Walt Disney World have been set aside as a wildlife preserve for the animals indigenous to Central Florida. This hotel was built as a 14-story A-frame. The rooms, pre-built with carpeting on the floors and towel racks on the walls, were then hoisted by cranes and guided into place, completing construction in a fraction of the time. Beneath the fun of the Magic Kingdom are miles of utilidors, underground corridors that allow deliveries, maintenance, and employees to go about their business without disrupting the amusement complex above. But for all the innovation of construction and design, for all the breakthroughs that the Disney organization was able to achieve here, there were still plans to take the concept one step higher.
This universality of Disney carries on after his death in the projects that he had put on the drawing board before he died. The Epcot Center in Florida is a case in point, bringing together representatives of international industry, international commerce, the governments from other countries, political organizations, in a permanent World's Fair, carries on that theme of his that we are indeed one people.
Epcot Center, the most ambitious and costly dream Walt Disney ever had.
800 million? $800 million?
So Walt got another no, a very emphatic no. And what did he have to say about it?
I don't believe there's a challenge anywhere in the world that's more important to people everywhere than finding solutions to the problems of the future.
Naturally, he was off and running. And this is what it's going to look like. Even his models are a work of art. Look, the people in there already. Now, let's imagine we're with them, seeing Epcot Center for the first time. We enter Spaceship Earth, the gateway to Future World. We board a time machine and go spinning into the past. We find ourselves in the Stone Age, and very glad we're living today. We'll travel through time into the future, where we'll be transformed into an electrical impulse and then beamed to an orbiting satellite. And what's really wild is we'll be suspended in space and able to look down on the blue and white oasis of Earth. That's something. Who says we can't all be astronauts? The universe of energy. We'll travel in a theater car that carries 100 passengers at a time through earthquakes and erupting volcanoes. And that's not all. We'll see full-scale prehistoric creatures doing what prehistoric creatures did. And no matter how big you pictured them to be, they're a lot bigger. This is New Horizons, where we'll venture into the 21st century. We'll discover the way we're going to live in the city of tomorrow. A desert farm. An underseas community. And a space colony. I sure hope I'm still around. Now we're entering the world of motion. We started with a wheel, but we've come a long way. Well, you see the transportation of tomorrow. Makes the monorail look old-fashioned. Next, a futuristic playground of imagination. We can express our own creativity in a number of hands-on experiences. For one moment in time, we can all become great artists with the help of a computer. It's okay with me. I need all the help I can get. The land. Where we take a boat ride through tropical rainforests, burning deserts, and locust-plagued plains. Sounds like fun, huh? It sure does, especially when all these disasters can be turned into gardens for growing food. You know, it seems to me we're pretty remarkable creatures. But just beyond Future World is the other half of Epcot Center. The World Showcase, the first permanent exposition of its kind. The center is the American adventure. Did you ever wish you'd known Ben Franklin or Mark Twain? Well, we'll get a chance to know them here. They actually breathe. Kind of scary, those wonderful new audio animatronic figures. Time for a walk around the world. Through Canada, the United Kingdom, France, complete with Eiffel Tower, Germany, Italy. How about a romantic ride in a gondola? Japan, Mexico, and China. All this without ever having to go through customs. Well, that was a wonderful journey, but it was all pretend. You know, I can't help but wonder if they can have the real thing ready by October 1982. There's a heck of a lot of work to be done.
We can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
We can do it.
Yes, we can build a dream. We can do it.
We're a heck of a team and we care.
As we work side by side, we can do it with pride.
When the gates open wide, we'll be there.
We can do it.
We can work, we can win, we can do it.
We may look like we've been through the mill.
Stand aside, watch our dust. We can do it or must. Yes, we can, cause we must, and we will.
We can do it.
We can do it. We can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it. Yes, we can build a dream. We can do it.
We're a heck of a team and we care. As we work side by side, we can do it with pride. When the gates open wide, we'll be there.
We can work, we can win, we can do it. We may look like we've been through the mill.
Stand aside, watch our dust. We can do it or bust.
Yes, we can.
Cause we must, and we will.
Every form and a dance, we can do it. So it's tough and tough is good for the soul. Yes, we can, yes, we can, we can do it. Because we're fine and we're all on a roll. On a run, we can do it. Got a dream, got a goal, got a plan. Got a heart, be it fine, be it fine. It's a hell of a climb, can we do it? Can we go and on time and it's right? Can we do it? Yes, we can.
We can do it.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yes, we can.
Well, maybe they can.
Well, our journey's come to an end. I want to thank our guests and all of you for traveling with me from Marceline to Epcot Center. You know, while our journey may be over, I think it's pretty obvious that one man's dream is a never-ending process. See you here in 1982 on opening day. Well, there's no question in my mind that Epcot Center will be ready. They can do it. They had a great teacher.